Hey guys, this is Hell Hades, and this is a new sponsored video. So this is the first sponsored video I've had on this channel. Really excited about it. I had the guys from Epic Games hit me up. So Epic Games are behind the massive hit Fortnite. I'm sure everyone's heard of it. They've also got this new role-playing game style hero collector, but in a sort of cartoon style way. It's called Battle Breakers. It's pretty fun. I've been playing it now for the last couple of weeks. I think before I go into the game and sort of really start to give you some info about what you'll be seeing here, I just got to throw you into the intro because it's pretty cool. It's pretty retro as well. It's obviously been done by a group of guys that really loved the old kind of 80s, 90s style cartoons. It reminds me of the old kind of Dungeons and Dragons, He-Man, Ulysses, a load of stuff that I used to watch when I was younger. But watch this, just get a load of this for a little while.
Your kingdom was at peace when, without warning, monsters from space attacked. Smashing deep into the ground, they trapped the world and its heroes in techno-magic.
Oh, you can just see it's kind of that old retro style. Yeah, really cool. And obviously, it's been built by people that love that kind of genre and that style of kind of build of a game. But yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sort of get into the game. As I say, I've been playing it for a couple of weeks. These sort of sponsorships really help my channel. They also will help me be able to build more content for you guys. And also what it does is it gives us an option of another game. So I remember when I was first playing Raid and I don't know, maybe I was a few weeks in and that energy starts to just kind of dwindle and you're thinking, actually, I now don't have enough stuff to do in this game without becoming a pay-to-play player. So if you want to stay free to play and you're looking for that second game, I think this could be the game for you. I'm just going to talk you through some of the details that I already know about and kind of work you through this game. Now, this is like the zoomed out version of the map. It's actually a huge game. You've got over 1,000 dungeons within this game, and it is a dungeon crawler. What you do, you kind of start here in this kind of lowly 1-1. You kind of work your way through the levels, and I must admit, at first, I kind of felt like, is there going to be much depth to this game? You know, is it just going to be a kind of, I'll show you into battle quickly because it's easier to kind of explain some of the detail, but I thought, is it going to be much depth? Once you get past the kind of cool graphics, animations, is it just going to be kind of one of these either gem crawlers or a very easy to complete hero basher? And you can save it on auto and it kind of works through quite quickly. But basically what you do is you're assembling teams to take on the map. Each player has got their own affinity, so we've got red versus green, and then you basically select on them, understand what sort of skills they've got as you build up your team, and then you start to take down these different mobs. They've got different quite cool abilities, like you can do reflex abilities where basically the faster you are, the quicker you'll take someone down. And the idea is you kind of click your way through these different gems. You can either attack the mobs as they arrive straight away, or you can build up more benefit from actually opening up more of the map if you think you can take them on without too much problem. I've gone back to a very early level here, so I'm completely comfortable with this. And then you basically use your champions in a turn-based style to start taking them out. And you get like lots of crazy abilities, that sort of thing. Reflex abilities which do a lot of damage. And there's actually... There's a massive amount to this game. When I first played it, I didn't realise just kind of how in-depth this game was. But, I mean, there's an insane amount of champions in this game. And each of them with their own kind of unique skill styles. And the further you get through the game, the more you need to actually be kind of on it with the teams you're building. So in a very similar style to Raid, you can kind of walk your way through the early stuff. You could actually just auto it. I could auto it here. It would fly me through it very quickly and without too much problem really. But as you progress further into the game, there's a lot more to it. So I'm going to auto through this level. It's quite an easy level. And then what we'll do is I'll take you further into the game, kind of closer to where I am. I'm hoping you're getting this this kind of vibe of this music as well. It's pretty cool. But you see on auto mode here, because I'm overpowering this stage, I get through it very easily. And then you get to these kind of boss fights. So at the later levels, you actually... Oh, I should have stopped it earlier than that. At the later levels, you actually really need to take control and start to use things like potions. You have a pet that you can pull out to take damage or to do damage for you. And you only really want to use that when you're up against some of the sort of big bosses. That's a very early level, so that's very easy to do. But what I'll do is I'll show you kind of where I'm getting to now. So you get kind of different boss encounters. You also get, along the way, a lot of different buildings which do things for you. So it's quite an easy UI, quite easy to understand and navigate. So you kind of go into your buildings. I've just unlocked a new thing here which I can build. It's a crystal forge. So that's going to enable me to basically improve my gear and evolve my my champs. So I wanted to wait until I did this video to actually build that up. So it's going to be the first time I'm going to have actually used it. I can upgrade again because of my level with some gems. It's very easy actually to obtain gems in this game. They've made it really kind of free to play friendly. So if I go into my heroes now, pick on a hero, I can hold down my left click and it kind of gives me a bit more information about who they are. I can go into this kind of thing up here, tells me what sort of rating they get as a hero, and then I make decisions over whether I would want to actually upgrade them further. So if I pick another one here, that last one was rated great, this one's rated great, you get better than that as well. And then basically what you can do is you can go in and see if you can level them up. This one's already max level for me at the moment. See if there's any elixirs that I can build into their gear, and then actually I can start to upgrade gear now that I've just unlocked that new building. So upgrade the champion's gear, improve their stats, so I can improve this person's attack. And I've actually been collecting different resources along the way to be able to do this. So if you see here, I'm using resources to improve attack. I'll take you to one of the furthest areas I've got to. I think it's here. Yeah, take auto off for a second. So what you see here is you collect, or you obtain friends, you kind of build a sort of friendship group. Like in a lot of this style of game, they can come in as an extra man for you. And then what you can do is you can go into Hero Helper if you're still quite novice, and it will just say, right, this is your current team. For this next level, depending on affinity, this is who we'd select for you. So you can switch that team in if you choose to, and it just says here, actually you're going to gain more hero power, and you can upgrade them as well at this cost. So you're kind of constantly upgrading your heroes. I could switch out this friend if I wanted to for a different one. So you kind of look at their skill set and decide whether that's what you want. Let's stick with it for now, and let's go into battle. So this is a much harder level now. This is the way it plays out. It's quite a cartoony style game, but actually, as I say, there's a lot more depth behind that cartoony style game as you go. So I'm going to auto through the kind of early stages. You'll see here this is much harder for my heroes to deal with, and basically what you've got here is you've got health bar, mana bar, but you can see them all on the sides as well for each of your heroes. So for these early stages, until you get to kind of boss areas, it's generally at this level still quite easy to auto for me. But when you get further in, I mean, the last boss I had to kill, I manualed completely, and it was about choosing the right team to be able to get through that content. And you'll see, basically, as you're clicking through these different areas, so you can counter these enemies like this guy. Sorry, this is an ally. So you can counter allies as you go. So you're collecting champions as you go. See how he's actually helping me attack these guys. And then you want to pick the right affinities to destroy the guys easier. So it's a colour match again. Dark beats light, light attacks dark, and then you've obviously got the green and reds and stuff. So it's all the same sort of normal affinity stuff that we're used to seeing now. But that's what I mean around depth. It's yeah, there's so much to this game. I'm still learning it myself, to be fair. There's just so much to do, but you're always trying to pick the right affinities. You pick up items as you go. That's some hero power. You can pick up elixirs as well, which sit down here, which helps you boost your energy or your mana. Get chests along the way as well, which is kind of your loot in the game. Coins along the way. So again, let's pull out my pet. He was a red guy, so let's go with blue pet. It's just fun. It's very free to play friendly. It's a lot of fun, and there is actually a lot of theory craft when you get towards the end game of this game. I've been watching some YouTubers play this. There's a lot of theory crafting around teams once you get towards end game. At the moment, I'm very early game still trying to fully understand all the different things that you can actually do. But you see, so I cleared that level there. I gained some loot. This all goes towards upgrades of items or XP towards me leveling up. I'm level 30s at the minute. I get some gems as well, and I get to collect a new champion. You do collect champions pretty often. You can also go into, let me show you a couple of sort of areas of the game. So as you go through the game, you're able to create or collect perks. So you see these perks, I've kind of spec'd into defense, attack, special attack. At any time in the game, it allows you to change over where you are with these, and then you kind of respec it, and it just tells you. So each time you do it, there'll be a cost of gems, but for the first time it's free. So that's pretty easy to do. There's things as well. So if I go through, where I say it's free to play friendly, you can buy a battle pass. Very similar to what you can do in Fortnite, where you can buy a battle pass. You can go into the shop here. So the hero store, you see there's a currency that you're collecting all the time, and basically you can come in and buy the heroes you want. So I can afford this one here, I could afford this one, and yeah, so you're kind of always collecting this currency as you go through the game. So it's not like you're having to spend tons of money to actually get heroes. You can literally go in and buy the ones you want. You can get chests as you go. So 12-hour basic chest, 50 gems. So I'm collecting way more than that as I go. 600 gems for a bigger sort of shard bundle. 500 gems for a hero bundle. So you can see this it's actually pretty free to play friendly. So you can pay for stuff here, but you won't be spending like hundreds of pounds to get champions. I would recommend doing this one here, so you can buy extra team slots, which is helpful obviously for getting through some of the content. I guess when you've got a lot of gems, it's probably worth trying to invest in something like this, which gives you opportunity to get more characters. I don't need it right now, I've got plenty. I'm actually saving up for this one, which is going to be the kind of the mother prize, where you get some really cool stuff. That's what I would like to do. I want to play this game a bit longer term. So, and in terms of actual heroes, so I've only got a select amount at the moment. There are literally, there's hundreds. If I pick one, you get this bonus of the pit. So if I visit the pit, you can see here all of these champions are ones that I own, which are in the pit, but you've got all of these other champions that I haven't even seen yet that I've still got to collect. And as you put some of your champions down into the pit, you start to gain bonuses. So I've actually got my guys on level 5 bonus right now, and you can push towards level 6. So I'll show you. Basically, you either get a champion. So this is a new champion I'd get for level 6. Another one here for level 10. So the more people you put, or the more characters you put into the pit, the more bonuses you start to get. You get to this level and you actually get a great item. So and pets and things. So yeah, there's loads of stuff that you can be getting throughout the game. You can see here pit rewards. Yeah. So it's just there's so much in this game. It's pretty much mental. And on face value, you don't really understand just how much there is to the game. They also do these different sort of events. So there's 2 events that I can participate in at the moment. But no, it's cool. It's a cool game. I think that there's still tons more to the game. I'm still learning it. If I come out here and sort of come out from a distance, you can see these light yellow areas. It's either a new area or it's like a special zone. So this is a special zone where you have to have certain types of heroes to fight in it. And as you go through, there's quite a lot of sort of cinematics as well. So I can show you a few of these different buildings. So you've got buildings where you can buy kind of different items. I'll do it on this screen, it's pretty easier. You've got things like marketplace, so you can buy, again, use this kind of currency that you pick up to do things like power source, improve your heroes. Lockpick helps you through different levels. Core hero traces helps you collect more champions. So there's loads of stuff that you can be doing in the game. And then there's other areas that I've not even sort of properly started to really work on yet. So that's as I kind of work my way through it. Yeah, so look, I actually really enjoy the game. I think there's so much more that I've still got to learn yet. But it's done a massive game. It's immersive, and if you're looking for that game that's kind of the next thing that's going to help you fill the voids in between your kind of current game set, this is a really good one to have a look at. It's also it's cross-platform, so I'm playing here on my PC. I've also got it on my phone in a mobile setup, same account. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So what I'd say is if you want to download it, there's a link in the description below. It's got my creator code, which is Hellhades80. If you use that, it helps me out, helps me kind of add more resources into my YouTube channel, which is great. But yeah, it's definitely worth a look. You know, as I say, it's got hundreds of champions. It's got over 1,000 levels, and it's just got this kind of cartoony, cool vibe to it. It takes a little bit getting used to, I've got to be honest. The whole UI takes a bit of getting used to, but once you are used to it, it flows pretty easily. So give it a try. So cheers guys, I've been Hellhades, and this is Battle Breakers. Battle Breakers! Catch you later.